feel free to reach out to us and we can help you. Okay.
All right,
Any
I need
questions?
to tell you that even though I pressed record the first time, I only just now started recording. I have no idea what happened with that. Um, but we'll have the chat part of it and any questions that come in. And maybe if you or Stephen want to do just a really quick little recap video, we can put that up there too. I'm so sorry because I just
No
got it.
problem. See, logistical challenges with technology.
Well, that's the
Case
first
in
time
point.
that's ever happened. And I had pressed record before, and just now I was looking just to make sure I knew where because they changed the settings. I wanted to mention too that you've mentioned and Courtney mentioned a worksheet that she's looking at, but when this is uploaded to the webinar library and it will be under coaching, we will have that worksheet for you guys and these slides, which is very cute to have a QR code with a dinosaur in the middle. I've never seen that before. Um, but does anybody have any questions? Courtney wanted to look at some of the activities in the worksheet. Are you able perhaps to share that?
Absolutely. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. So this is the worksheet that we prepared to help you. You should be seeing it now, hopefully. Okay. So it's basically working through the key concepts that we spoke about. What's important to you, the client experience, some listing some common AI tools and how they can be used. And the most important part is down here. So here's the whole list of different AI tools that are available. I mentioned some of them in the presentation. But if you go down here, right, the activities is basically reflecting on your business practice, right? Reflecting on what is important to you, where you lose time, where you lose energy, where that friction exists, and then also, relating to your clients, how how do your clients perceive that original interaction? You know, how do they feel about those interactions? How many clients do you lose without even realizing it, right? And then looking here is different tools that are available. You know, as I said in the presentation, AI is unbiased, right? We as people tend to be caring and considerate. It's not always easy to have those negative conversations with clients, especially when it comes to cancellations and things like that. Don't have them. Get the automated system to do it for you, right? It's going to be very matter of fact. Hey, you know, this is the policy you agreed to. You did not cancel in this time period. Please refer to the cancellation policy. It takes that negative energy that you would have had to use to be able to do that away, right? Much simpler practice. And then section 5 here is that software and cost audit that we mentioned, where you can go and it forces you to look at what tools you actually use, what tools you're paying for, and how much they're costing you, right? There's enough ads on TV talking about how we're paying for needless subscriptions. And this is especially true in businesses where there are so many little subscriptions that you sign up for and you didn't even realize you signed up for them or you've forgotten that you signed up for them, right? And that this software audit is incredibly important to be able to understand that and save money. Okay. Any other questions?
Uh,
Something's popped up in the chat.
yeah, Courtney said something about unique genius. So I guess what she's saying is that people come to you because they want, I mean, as coaches, of course, because they want to be coached by you, which is your core skill.
Exactly. Your skill is your passion, right? You don't want to be bogged down with all these unnecessary tasks that now can be automated. It just makes your your time more valuable and allows you to actually have time for yourself and for your own self-care.
I mean, I think this is great because there are so many days, Dr. James, that I kind of wake up like dreading my day because, when I'm having my one-on-ones with people, I'm in a whole different space and I feel like I'm in that mentoring space, that therapeutic space that I'm in. But the days that I know that I have to do all my busy work are hard because it's overwhelming, the amount of messages, texts, emails I get. So this makes a lot of sense to me.
And this is using the tools to our advantage, right? Remembering that it is a tool, right? It's not perfect, but it's a tool and it can be used in a way that positively impacts us and our days, right?
Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute your mic and just pitch in. We want to hear from you. Courtney just is having a problem with her mic, which is why she's been using the chat, but please go to unmuting right now. Diana, did you have any questions? I know you're kind of peeking in while you're supposed to be at work, so.
I'm curious to know. I use um ChatGPT and I've used Gemini. Is there a specific, I should say specific, one that you would prefer over anyone else?
So that's a very complex question. Um, I'm still biased towards ChatGPT, even though it started to now incorporate ads. Um, One of the most important things to remember with some of these tools is how they use your chats. So ChatGPT is notorious that it uses the information that you put in there for its own training, right? And it's for its own um, IP, its own intellectual property. So it's always, even with any of them, it's always important to realize that if there's any protected information, that you don't put it in there. Keep it general. Don't put people's names in there. Don't put any kind of identifying information in there. But it really just depends. So ChatGPT is quite good. Gemini has improved substantially. That's the Google one. They're excellent with creating little video clips or creating little images. Claude, Claude is really good. So some of the original designers of ChatGPT left and they started Claude. And Claude has some definite advantages. Um, I haven't used Grok personally. And then Microsoft has Copilot. Now, Copilot has the advantage that it's a closed system. So you can use it, draft information about personal identifying information, and it doesn't leave your infrastructure. So that's
I
the one
love
advantage of
Copilot.
that.
If you have the Microsoft suite, like Office suite, then you have automatic access to Copilot. And that's kind of what I use exclusively and really like it.
So that
I'll
and
chime in here on the AI discussion. I probably shouldn't give you guys this behind the scenes insights here, but I'm privy to or prefer Gemini. We created this entire deck with Gemini, so if you like the images, I can definitely help you guys out with creating images for your coaching practices. Hopefully, there's no graphic designers on this call.
including the cute little dinosaur thing. That's a Google thing.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I just had never seen a QR code like that. So.
It adds something to it. It makes it adorable.
So Tammy Murphy said she likes this idea to help work smarter, not harder, and focus on your client work, which is exactly why Stephen approached us about doing this webinar because he understands, from his close relationship with Courtney and really knowing the academy through all the years of our development. Because as like I say, there are days that I just almost don't want to get out of bed because I have to face so much busy work.
And that's definitely one of Stephen's fortes is streamlining businesses and helping them get rid of that, right? We're at a point now, or very close to, where all those tasks that you dread can be done by an AI bot and taken completely off your plate.
Wow.
So those days where you've booked off to do those tasks could be a nice walk with the dogs,
Mm.
could be a hike on a beautiful sunny day like it is here today, where the terrible snow that we got yesterday is finally melting again and it's a beautiful blue sky, right? That's the whole goal of this is to remove that friction, those tasks that take away from your quality of life so that you can improve your own person and then also how you interact with your clients. The better self-care you commit to, the better you're able to help them.
Okay, so any other questions? James, did you have anything else that you wanted to add? Oh, Maria,
Very good.
okay, Maria. Oh, she's working from home too, so. Oh, I understand. I had to put some dogs in the back of the house and I have one that's snoring really loud, which is why I keep muting my mic. So I don't want it to come through.
Thank you everybody for your time and please reach out if you have any questions. We're here to help.
I'm gonna stop the recording and then we'll stay on just for a moment because sometimes people want to ask questions, but they're a little shy when we're recording. So stop recording.